Stonewall. I'm Onyx. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Glad to have you. Today is Theory Thursday, and today's theory is Alice and Frank Longbottom had a secret keeper. And I can tell you why. So, for those who need a refresher, Alice and Frank Longbottom are the parents of Neville, who tragically got driven insane after being tortured by Death Eaters for the location of Voldemort. So, why do I think they had a secret keeper? Well, specifically, the secret was the location of their house to protect Neville. So, why would Neville need protection? For those who need a reminder, Neville could have been the chosen one. Editing Onyx, roll back the prophecy clip real quick.
The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches. Born to those who have thrice to find him. Born as the 7th month dies. The Dark Lord will mark him as his equal, but he will have power the Dark Lord knows not.
So, you can see in the prophecy that the easy credentials for any potential main character are born to people who have thrice defied Voldemort, born at the end of the 7th month, which is July. So, Harry and Neville both pass these credentials. The rest of the prophecy is determined later on. So, with that information, especially since Voldemort only had that half of the prophecy, it's relatively easy to assume that both of them were at heavy amounts of risk. Because we don't know how many other baby boys were being born to Order members at this time, but probably not a lot, since they were technically fighting an actual war right now. You can argue that it's technically anyone in the wizarding world that is actively going against Voldemort, but even then that's iffy. They are the most likely candidates that are known, so it stands to reason that they're at risk. But you may be asking, Onyx! Snape said that Voldemort believed that it was Lily's son. Severus Snape said that, and while I don't deny Voldemort was probably more focused on Harry Potter than he was on Neville Longbottom, but I will take anything that comes out of Snape's mouth with a massive dump truck load of grains of salt. But keep in mind who we're dealing with here. Voldemort and Dumbledore. Two people who have several things in common, but the two things that are most important right now are both are very paranoid people. They will never let a small threat go under their radar, because if they have this information, they see it as a problem. They see this information that is dangerous as something that could come up to bite them in the rear later on. The few times they have ever underestimated someone or let it slip past, they have been screwed. So they are very paranoid. Number two, they tell no one nothing. Voldemort did not tell any of his followers about his Horcruxes, or what these items even were supposed to be, and Dumbledore never told any of his trusted friends or confidants anything about him. Harry even admitted that he probably knew absolutely nothing about Dumbledore. I think either of them could look at the idea that there could be two possible candidates for a chosen one, and think, okay, let's just pick this one, and the other one's probably fine. No! Because they're both, to a fault, very paranoid and very, very untrusting. So it only stands to reason that Dumbledore will put a fidelity charm over the Longbottom household. But the only question is, who was it and what happened to them? That's for next week. As for me, until then, I'm off to fight the men.